ready.
Ready now, sir.
All right. Shalom be the Isupk Star out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Right now, General Preaching Officer Don Yala. This is the Wednesday night law class. You got any questions? Type them in. If not, we're going to move on and get into the topic. Is there any questions in the class? No question. What about online?
We still moving up.
Okay. When you get a chance, give me Proverbs 11:1.
Come. The book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 1. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
But a just weight is his delight.
What's a false balance? Okay.
Is it like when you are selling like products?
Yeah, that's definitely one. Give me the spiritual aspect.
When you're supposed to be doing something in the name of the Lord, you know what you're doing?
Nope, a false balance in the spiritual aspect.
Not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments.
Nope. A balance. All right, when you say a false balance, when you're into like buying and selling, what do you mean by that?
Someone that, let's say, they might, I don't want to use that term, like they might, I know that a lot of like foreigners, when you buy meats, they'll put the tear up like a couple points, so that they can get they can scratch off a couple extra dollars all the time.
Right. In other words, giving you a false balance. So you think, in other words, you think you're buying 5 pounds of lamb.
Right.
You're really getting 4.5 pounds, or 4 pounds, or 4.2. A false balance. Do that over in the spiritual aspect. A false balance. Ricardo?
Would it be something like with polite? You know what I mean? Posing as this individual, spirituality, and all that.
Nope, I'm going to explain it better. So a false balance meaning you go to get this much weight, they weigh it in front of you, and you think you're getting this much, but you're getting that much. That would be considered unfair.
Right.
The spiritual aspect meaning this, right? When the cop kill an unarmed black man, what happens to the police officer? Let's say if the police officer get convicted, what happens? First of all, why would the police officer get convicted in the first place? You know? Why would the police officer get convicted? In the car?
Police officer would be convicted because he broke the law.
Right. So they convict him because he broke the law. What happens when he get convicted? What do black people do when they hear he get convicted in the car?
They They be happy.
They be happy. What happens at the sentence when they finally sentence them? Okay.
He get a weak sentence.
Get a super weak sentence. And then you got some people that'll come out and say, well, look, he got convicted. You know, that's a false balance. Meaning, for the type of crime he did, you think he's going to get the punishment, the proper punishment for the type of crime he did.
Right.
And that's not at all going to happen. He's going to go to jail, but it's going to be for a few months, few weeks, few years. Nothing, nowhere near the time he needs to sit in jail.
Right.
And in America's eyes, they really think that they did something good. They really think that's justice. Yeah, he killed that unarmed black man. We gave him 2 years. What are y'all mad about it rioting for? They think that that's actually, justifiable. That's a false balance. That's an abomination unto the Most High. This court system is set up, and the way this court system is set up is an abomination. From crimes, from child support, you name it, parking tickets, anything you can name, this is considered an abomination to the Most High. Why? Because all they do is give you false balance. They make you think because this happened, this is going to happen. That's an abomination unto the Lord, man. Read that one more time.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 11 and verse 1. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight.
But a just weight is the light, man. When they come out here and they do these, that's why we always say, man, when them cops get convicted, man, that don't mean nothing. That don't mean that, that don't mean anything. That don't mean anything. Why? Because you got to wait to see what they're going to do. They convicted him in the sense of, hey, this is justice. This is justice. He's getting what he deserved. But that's just giving out false hope, man. That's giving out false hope, making you believe that, finally we getting the justice we need. After the 17,000th time, a police officer kill a black man, finally that one that finally get convicted, they want you to believe this is why, like you receiving some type of justice. Or even when you go to your slaves, when you're dealing with these jobs, same thing. Everything is set up to, to make it seem like it's balanced easy, but it's not. You go to child support, man. I know so many brothers, man, who go to child support court and they get put on child support, and they see their child every day. Their child needs for nothing. They're in their child's life active. They just on child support because the mom got bitter and want to make him pay. Want to punish him, so she uses. That's how you know it's evil, because there's women out there that use child support to punish their man. He cheat on them with another woman. Go right down there. I know a brother right now who was paying child support and was still living in the same house as the mother and the child. And that was her way of keeping him in control so he can stop calling other girls and texting other girls. So he's living in the house and still paying child support. He's living with the mother. They have a regular relationship. And everything is good. Every time they argue, she went and put him on child support. He living in the same damn house. She taking his money, and she going to get her hair and nails and all that done with it. But she thought taking his money was going to prevent him from talking to other girls because he can't spend no money on him. Ain't no girl gonna want him if he broke. In the car, you had your hand up?
Sir. This Instagram model named Brittany Renner, the young brother PJ Washington.
I heard about that.
Um, I believe he married her and, legally and got her pregnant. And already, she said she don't want to be with him no more. And he's like, well, okay, she already had a baby.
Mm-hmm.
And now she's like, oh, you want to pay child support.
So she already had the baby. How old is the baby?
No more than one.
And she already put him on child support. What was their reasoning for breaking up? You know?
They probably would say he was done with other women and stuff like that.
Yeah. They find, listen, these women use child support and the police as a way to keep their man in line. That's why so many sisters call the police on their husband, get him locked up, and then they go bail him out. They go bail him out. He get locked up, he call home. You ready to act right now? You gonna listen? They use the system and all that against black men. Just like, and I tell this story all the time, man. I remember down there at the child support office one time, it was a brother in there crying. He like, yo, I take care of my kid. I'm there for my kid all the time. I don't understand why we down here. She was like, because I need my hair and nails done, and you're not trying to give me the money for it, so I got to get it some way. And he's like, all right, just don't put me on child support. I'll do it. And she's like, nah, I don't believe you. I'm gonna do it. Went in the office and he came out crying even harder. It's almost like if you ever been through that, you go in there, they ain't trying to hear nothing you trying to say. Yo, I still live with her. Nah, I'm still in the same house. I still provide for my child. I don't know why we down here. Nah, we still live together. They not trying to hear that. All they trying to hear is bring your pay stub so we can see how much we can calculate you're going to pay this person. And you would think to go in there and talk to a judge about this, like, yo, I'm gonna tell them we still live together, we still do this and that. That the judge is going to hear you out and be like, yo, is that true? Oh no, we can't do that. Nah, but they give a false balance. You think that this system is right, and you think that they on their side until you meet an evil dragon and you down there fighting, because she's down there lying. A woman putting you on child support is saying he don't take care of his child. There's not one brother I know that was on child support that didn't take care of his child. I never met a brother on child support who didn't take care of his child prior to being put on child support. It was always a punishment to keep them in check, or because they not together, a punishment to make him broke, because women think if you don't have any money, it's going to be hard for you to get a girl. So they put you on child support and take all your money as a way to control you and pay you back for all the hurt that you caused them. So, like, you had your hand up?
So what you're saying is heavy. Like you said, I actually seen a homie of mine. I witnessed his baby mother do some wicked things, and he had hit me up to be a witness. I was like, I got you. So we go to the courtroom, and me just giving the testimony of what I seen, he was like, the woman was evil against me. I'm like, wow,
the judge, right?
Like, she was talking to me like I committed a crime. She had an evil behind attitude, and honestly, you need a lawyer in that situation.
You do. That's the only way they'll respect it. And not to cut you off, too, what you're saying is heavy. You do need a lawyer, too. And you need the Lord. If it wasn't for the Lord, when I was dealing with that, my first time in there, the judge actually told me that he grew up in a single parent home where his mom raised him. And that gave him a tremendous amount of respect for women. So anytime he see black men come in here to be put on child support or anything, he's a little harder on them because he's black and he went through and know what the woman is going through. I'm sitting there like, what is this D-head talking about? The next court day I came in there with a lawyer, wiped all that out. He kept going off the record when he was saying this and everything. I'm going to just go pay some money and get a lawyer and put it in all this. You ain't going to be in here telling me you understand what she's going through because of what your mom went through. You gonna listen to what the hell I got to say, and I beat it. It's like, go ahead.
And if I could, the government, I'm good for putting certain people in certain positions.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they picking who's going to be in that lineup of judges, they know, you know what I'm saying, all right, you're going to put them because what was your background? Oh, your mother was single? Come on, get in line. That family court, I realized, like, yo, you got to go in there with a lawyer. That's how they take you serious.
Yeah.
No, they were like, hold on. And that lawyer, a lawyer can, oh, you ain't trying to respect my client? Boom. They getting hit with something. You know what I mean? They don't want to get hit with nothing.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact because this system is built off of false hope. Some people, live their life on thinking it's as easy as going in there, you tell your side, they tell their side. When nah, that's why when you get on welfare, the woman can't get welfare if she has a man. If you have a man at home, you cannot get welfare. They have to go in there and lie about having a man and lie about not knowing the kid's father. If you even know the kid's father, welfare gonna put him on child support and take the money from him that they giving you. So you gotta go in there on welfare and lie being a single parent. Or they won't help you. They won't help you. Read on.
Come. Verse 1, a false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight.
A just weight is his delight. Man, when something goes right, that's how the Most High intended it to be. That is exactly how the Most High intended it to be. When something goes right, that's what he delight. Read on.
Come, verse 2. When pride cometh, then cometh shame.
When pride comes, then comes shame. Always when somebody that's prideful, very proud about something, shame is going to come after that. Shame is always going to come after that. You see it all the time. You might see certain celebrities might be real prideful about the money they got, and the cars they got, and the women they got. And then bam, a couple years later, the IRS coming and taking everything and embarrassing them, talking about how much money that they really don't have, or some type of shame always come. Even people that's not celebrities, shame always come. Look at Polite. Polite was one of the most prideful people you can never run into. Quick to tell you how many languages he know, how many women he know, how many books he wrote, how much knowledge he know, where he done been, and then now look, man, fighting for his life, and he is shameful. He is put to shame. Looking at him, I haven't seen nobody yet come up to his defense. They looking at him like, and that's another thing too. The conscious community really is not coming to his defense if you realize it, because they know that nigga did it. They all know that nigga did it. That nigga was over there in Hollywood having sex with all them white women, all them transgenders, all that, getting drunk and high. And he was just living the Hollywood life. Them niggas know that he did it. That's why nobody is coming to his defense. So, like, you had your hand up?
Sir. He also shot up a Bible.
He shot up a Bible thinking that was, he shot up like that ain't gonna do nothing. It ain't like it was the last Bible on earth or something like that. But even the spirit behind what he did was so goddamn evil. But he thought that was gonna get us angry enough to do what? Come and kill him or something. I don't know. Mr. Lockie, go ahead.
If I could, like, he shot that Bible up on Ken Cesario, stepped on him and checked him. He could do whatever.
Right.
It was a free game after that point. Like, he was a coward, and it shows, in various ways, but what happened. with how he was exposed. Like we all know Dr. York is a pedophile.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He got all them years. Why would you plead guilty? If you're a leader, right? You're a leader. Why would you plead guilty to those nasty crimes? And then they try to flip around and say, oh, he pled guilty for this reason, and he's still not out. Where is he at? If he ain't do it, they said on the report, now I'm not, this is what I heard, right? On the medical records, they said that he had herpes. Like he had got a disease. He had a disease, COVID disease. When they checked his medical records, I mean that he was spreading herpes.
Yeah, of course. All of them do that. All of them do that disgusting stuff, man. All of them do it, man. They have no respect, man. Give me Colossians 3:25.
The book of Colossians, chapter 3, and verse 25. But he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he hath done.
If you do wrong, you shall receive for the wrong that you have done. When a person do wrong, you're going to receive the proper punishment for the wrong you have done. Read.
Come. And there is no respect of person.
There's no respect of person. That's the thing, man. That's where the false balance coming at. Because you would think this person is going to receive the punishment he deserved for the type of crime he did or the wrong he did. But because this country is built off of respect of person, he's not. What's a respect of person? Let me know. Somebody, if anybody, we got anybody online?
Come, sir.
Anybody online, type in and tell me what's a respect of person. Let's give them I want to say 2 minutes to tell me what's a respect of person.
Come.
Tell me what's a respect of person, man. Because America is well known for that, for being a respect of person. Let me know if they typing in or not. I'm gonna give them 2 minutes.
Come.
Y'all know Hebrew Academy coming up to this Sunday. I'm gonna keep reminding y'all until it comes up. Hebrew Academy. We're gonna see who's good and who's not. But until then, type in definition. Let me know if anybody typing in yet. What's a respecter of person? If y'all don't know, just say y'all don't know. Give them 1 more minute. Let them type it in. Anybody type it in?
No, sir.
Do you know?
Come, sir.
What's the respect of a person?
Respect of persons is young man Jehudi gave the answer. He just typed it in as I was speaking. He says to reverence someone because of status.
Right. letting somebody get away with something because of who they are or how much money they got. You know, you think this person is getting off, like for an example, the police officers in America. They get the type of sentences they get because America respect of persons. They think, okay, this is a police officer. A lot comes with that, you know. They take that into accountability. It's a lot of things that they look at that helps them make the decision that they make. And what you was gonna say, Nakar?
I was gonna say the same thing. Because of a person's status or a certain relationship you have with that person, you would pass judgment on them.
Yeah, you're gonna let them slide on certain things, man. And that's what we see, you know, right before our eyes. So like, you was gonna say something?
Real quick,
Mm-hmm.
uh, um, secret societies do this.
Mm-hmm.
They known for, I mean, it's not even a conspiracy at all. You know, I done heard it off their own mouths. They said we could do a certain saying or a certain handshake, do a certain this and that. Like, police pull you over, you say something, they were like, all right, get up out of here. You know
Yeah, if they notice the police officers, a Mason, they would say certain things that let the police officer know he'll let them slide.
That's a respected person.
Yeah, that's a respected person right there.
The cop stood up there, because I remember I was talking to his little brother back in the day. And I was like, man, all that bull crap. I was like, man, they'd get away with something before me and you, if they get pulled over. Right? I was like, they can just do a certain handshake or some weird stuff. You know what I mean? And for me and you, shoot, we ain't getting off that easy. We ain't.
No.
So, you know, that's an example of respected persons.
Right, let's read on.
Comic Con.
What was that?
That was a little bit more.
All right, go
Not
ahead.
really. I can read it from the top.
Mm-hmm.
Comic Con, verse 25. But he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he hath done. And there is no respect of persons.
Mm-hmm. Give me 2 Corinthians 10 and 4. Let's go to that. And there is no respect of person. So whatever wrong you did, you're going to receive for the wrong you did, regardless of who you are. The Most High don't look at who you are and let you slide because of who you are. Whether you high this person or low this person, you eat straight, you pay for it. Go ahead.
So like you said, 2 Corinthians what?
10 and 4.
Comic Con. All right. This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds.
Right. Weapons of our warfare is not carnal. What does that mean? The weapons of our warfare is not carnal. What warfare is it talking about? What warfare is it talking about? The weapons of our warfare is not carnal. What warfare? Somebody type that and let me know. What's the warfare? Let me know if somebody type it in. If not, do you know the warfare?
Sir.
What's the warfare?
Weapons of our warfare is not carnal. It's talking about not picking up arms. It's a spiritual mental war,
What's a spiritual mental war?
like war that we going through right now.
And what war is that?
War that we're going through right now is a spiritual war. You know what I mean? Us getting back to these laws, statutes, and commands. Bringing our people back together.
Right.
Doing things that is not really considered us picking up arms.
Right. And that's the heavy part. Why does it say the weapons of our warfare are not carnal? Why is it saying the weapons is not carnal weapons? Meaning guns, knives, all that type of weapons you can pick up and kill. Go ahead.
Because the Lord can destroy our enemies like he did in Egypt.
And give me another thing too. Give me something else.
Another example.
Yep. Of why he's saying the weapons are not carnal.
Well, because it's the Lord that is guiding us through war. It's him that is allowing these people to go into our hands.
No, but something. It's a reason he's saying this, right? So it is one thing that other religions don't know or don't understand, and they think they need carnal weapons for their spiritual warfare. Why is that? Why don't we need? Why do they need weapons and we don't?
The Lord ain't on his side.
Not so much the Lord ain't on his side. Go ahead.
The Lord not with him.
Of course that, but it's a reason that they need it and we do, and that they need it and we don't. Just think about the religions, and then think about the weapons.
I'm gonna bring it for you.
Blacks in America are Christians and Muslims because of what? I don't know. All right, I'm gonna give another example. This probably get it. Blacks, okay, the blacks in America now that's Muslim and Christian is because they converted over. Was their forefathers Muslim and Christian?
No.
Their forefathers wasn't Muslim and Christian. So what were they? Okay. Nope. When I mean forefathers, I'm talking about like the ancestors, like the slaves. Go ahead.
Christians.
They was Christians, and why? Okay.
That was given to them.
How? Okay.
By the sword.
By the sword, by killing them. So these other religions needed carnal weapons to push their religion. Because without that, nobody would accept it. Our ancestors that went on them slave boats was not willing to be Christians and Muslims by choice. Every last one of them converted over so they won't die. That's them needing weapons of warfare for their spiritual battle. Why? Because without those guns and knives, ain't nobody converting over to that. Not when my great grandmother just told me about what she learned and about this Bible. Muhammad, you think Muhammad didn't know he needed the sword? He knew he needed that. Why? He didn't talk to enough people to realize that I can't go in there and preach this Islam stuff to them. They ain't gonna listen. These people know their history. They know their inheritance. They know who they are. I can't go and preach this. Christians, listen, what they do to Constantine. we're going to take you to war, and to not kill you, you have to implement this on the Sabbath and change the Sabbath to this day. Our people wasn't willing to just wake up and see, in today's time, we got where they go in battle back and forth. And you bring out doctrine and I bring out doctrine and this is that and the third. They didn't have that back then. It was, yo, you're going to believe what I believe or you're going to die. We don't need to do that. I don't give a damn if you believe you're an Israelite or not. I'm not going to kill you for not believing and you're not an Israelite. If you tell me you don't want to become an Israelite or join Isupk, you're not going to die for it. But tell the Muslims that. I remember not too long ago, it was like a school shooting over in one of them Islamic countries, and everybody who wasn't everybody who wasn't Muslim died. So they asked one of the people that survived and said, well, how did they know who was Muslim or not? The person said they had a Quran and they told them to read it. If they couldn't read it, they would shoot them. The people that survived and got away, what religion do you think they're going to convert to? The car?
I got a perfect example.
Mm-hmm.
I worked at this meat packing industry.
Mm-hmm.
And it was these two cats, like three cats. They was from over in the Middle East, right? Egypt and coastal Egypt and all that. And they said they used to be Muslim and they converted to being Catholic because Islam over there is extreme. It's the real Islam.
Mm-hmm.
He said he always would tell me, I was like, Islam good, because I was being an asshole. Right? I'm in the truth, so I was like,
right.
Good. I said, Islam good? And he was like, no, Islam no good. And like one day we really had a conversation. He was like, yo, that's why I came to America, because it's crazy over there. He said Catholics, Christians,
mm-hmm.
and Muslims, they go to war. And it's really the Muslims terrorizing the Christians and the Catholics. So when you look at it, a lot of things ain't never changed. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, it gets bad over there. Like they rape women, they burn the chick face. A lot of these Talibans, they're gonna come over here to America. They either gonna convert to being a Catholic or a Christian,
mm-hmm.
or they gonna, practice Islam over here and move into our community. Pretty much take over.
Right. No, that's a fact. Let's read on.
All right. Verse 5. Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of God.
Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the what?
Against the knowledge of God.
Against the knowledge of God. What's the imagination? How's it casting down the imagination?
The gods that these people have made up.
Right, you think what you thinking? You think that this is the right way, this is real, and everything. Like that's all in your goddamn head. None of it is real. And most people nowadays join the religion that best fits their lifestyle anyway. They never people join religions or try to find God to change their life. But really what they want to do is find something that makes them feel like what they're doing is the right thing to do, which best fits their lifestyle. None of them never come in and change their life. And that's why some of them go so, like, these people been in these religions for 10 years, and then you figure out what they've been doing before they joined the religion, and it's always the same thing. Because all that stuff is just in your head. That's all in your imagination. Read after imagination.
Sir, verse 5, casting down imaginations, and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of God.
Nakar?
And this is so heavy, sir, like myself and Officer Barzal, we went inside the room, we real subtle in there. We have made our niche in there. And there's a bunch of chicks that practice all types of witchcraft and all that. But we go in there with our mindset like, all right, we ain't gonna get ourselves kicked out the room. We ain't gonna, you know what I mean? We're gonna load up the clip. And when we is breaking down everything, like one brother, a lot of those spiritual, I say all of them, spiritual brothers, so-called spiritual brothers, they got that spirit of weakness on them. And
it's all for women, that's all.
That's another story. But we was actually on there talking to we got kind of more deeper. We stopped vibing out, and then we started getting more in tune. I remember we was talking about astrology. Me and Barzal just kept shunning it away, like, man, this shit. Barzal like, this cat.
Right.
So I'm asking them like, yo, do y'all know the origins of it? They didn't know the origins of where they come from.
Right.
So I'm sitting there, I'm like, I know where it come from. I wanted to see where y'all head is at. So the guy winds up explaining that he went to these people that read his astrology and all that. And I was like, why didn't he tell you to boot up? You know what I'm saying? Why didn't he tell you to come in the Isupk and come join the ones that really fight the fight? You know what I'm saying? And he couldn't explain it. He's like, well, I hadn't been told that. I was like, well, they should have told you to come here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, a lot of people think that they don't understand how we can win this war, and not taking on the whole body of Christ and accepting these laws, statutes, commands, and accepting the lifestyle that comes with our bloodline. We always want to get the bad end of the stick if we don't do it. And the Lord is clearly telling us, listen, y'all want to win, you gotta do what you gotta do. Mission you win, so you gotta do what you gotta do. And being more, and once the more we come more into this truth, we start understanding how these solutions is really going to help us out. We see how effective it is. And like I said, he's going to cast down all those. He can cast down all those imaginations. You know what I'm saying? He's going to cast them all down. He's going to make things look
right.
COVID-19 made the whole world look weak over something that you can't even see. They, like you said, they get guns and all that. The Lord don't need guns. But I put a little bug you can't even see in the world.
Just think about it, right? Like, Isupk is the only place that got people to I ain't even gonna say convert, I don't even like that, to come back to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High and to leave their religion without forcing them, without putting a weapon to them and making them do it. Like, even in prison. People go to prison and they change religion. Why? Because where they was at, the religion that they converted over to was the strongest gang in there.
Right.
They was the strongest gang and they needed the protection. We the only place that you don't need to do none of that. Let's finish reading that scripture.
All right, verse 5, casting down imaginations, every high high thing that exalts of itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ. Verse 6, in having and a readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 7, do ye look on things that are outward appearance? If any man trusts to himself that he is Christ, let him of himself think this again, that as he is Christ, even so are we Christ. Verse 8, for though I should boast somewhat more of the authority which the Lord hath given us for edification, and not for your destruction, I should not be ashamed.
Right, read that again.
Come. Verse 8, for though I should boast somewhat more of our authority.
The car?
Salakia, sir. Is this okay?
Mm-hmm.
Is this Paul speaking or Peter?
This Corinthians, right? This Paul.
So is
Go
he
ahead.
explaining to the priests that they have authority?
Yeah. Yep, that's exactly what Paul is doing. So read it one more time. This is what he's saying.
Come. But though I should boast somewhat more of our authority.
He like, yo, I should boast somewhat more in our authority. Meaning what? The car?
Kind of like, yo, we the home of the truth.
Yeah, like, look, where else they gonna learn about God? Like, we them niggas.
Right.
Like, yo, we undefeated. Like, he could boast more in our authority. But read.
Come. All right. Which the Lord have given us for edification.
The authority he have given us for edification. Read.
Come.
The card.
What does that part mean when it says the authority?
He given us for
The edification.
edification. All right, let's read that part. Take it from the top. You can go grab the door first. Yes, Hey, shalom.
I do not write late.
Huh?
I write late.
I can't hear you. Oh.
All right, verse 8. Where for though I should boast somewhat more of our authority, which the Lord had given us for edification.
What have he given them for edification?
He's talking about the authority that they have is for edification.
Yeah. So, how is the authority that they have is for edification? Go ahead.
What are we talking about? So them teaching.
Okay. The authority that they have for edification. Authority is them teaching, and what else?
They priests, they're the ones that has the truth.
Right. So their authority is for edification. So he giving them authority so they can edify, which is correct. That. Which is why they can edify the people. Which is why they can correct everybody because of the authority that they have. He's giving them the authority, which is why they can correct everybody. You know, which is why when people be, who the hell are you? Who am I? I can tell you to stop doing that. Why I can tell you to stop doing that? Because I ain't doing it. I'm a priest of the Most High. So that's why I can do it. He gave me this authority, and that's why I can correct you. Read on.
Verse 8, and not for your destruction. I should not be ashamed.
He haven't gave us this for your edification. He gave us this for your edification, not for your destruction. Meaning what?
Man said if to die, get a little bit of extra. What was it?
I just realized what you said. Y'all all know it's coming, huh? Y'all all know it's coming. Somebody type it on online. Read that last part.
What, my lord?
No, I had the bar. Read that last part.
Come. And not for your destruction.
Read before that.
Come, which the Lord had given us for edification, and not for your destruction.
So he didn't give them the authority for their destruction, but for their edification. Meaning what? Carl?
So pretty much, he gave them the power to teach, but not to do as the Pharisees and Sadducees, to destroy the flock.
Yeah, like to kill them and all that. He like I got this authority to correct you, not to kill you, not to destroy you. That's not why I got this authority. You know, I could brag about all this authority I got, but I got it to correct you and not to kill you. So if I'm telling you you're doing something wrong, you shouldn't ask me who the hell am I to tell you what the hell you doing. I have the authority to correct you. I don't give a damn who you is. You know, oh, you eat shrimp? No, I don't eat shrimp. Why you want to eat shrimp? I love shrimp. You know, you ain't supposed to be eating shrimp. You go into it, give them the whole breakdown and whatnot. You know, so eating shrimp is against, the laws of the Most High. Who the hell are you to tell me that? What you mean, who am I to tell you that? I could sit here and brag about who the hell am I, but I'm going to just edify you. Just stop eating the shrimp. I mean, I could do that. I'm not here to kill you for eating the goddamn shrimp or whatnot. I mean, I could, but I'm not. Read on.
Verse 9. That I may not sin. I'm going to read the last part of verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
It said, I should not be ashamed.
Read a little bit before that.
And not for your destruction.
Mm-hmm.
I should not be ashamed.
Why shouldn't he be ashamed? In the car?
Because in that one body, those brothers under him represent him. So when they go out, they doing the work of the Lord. They out and about. Make sure you represent. Because if they doing wrong, it makes Paul look wrong. That's why, General Muhammad always stressed, you better not make this school look bad.
Right.
I heard him say it over 1,000 times. he definitely let it be known, you know. Don't put shame onto the school. Don't put shame on community junior high. You know, same work that the brothers did before us. You know, community junior high is doing the same thing. Hold on that burden. That's why they make. That's why the school, you know, they make sure everybody's on point.
Mm-hmm. All right, hold on. Let me see something. So lock it. Hold on, Salaki, bear with me real quick. No, I said bear with me real quick. If you was finish your point, Salaki, I don't know if you was finished or not, but all right, most high in Christ. I'm trying to find the scripture. Is there any questions or anything online?
Time check, 8:33.
The water.
Yeah, of course.
I think I know. And no questions in the room, right? Y'all don't know how y'all gonna die? Y'all wanna know how y'all gonna die this week? Woo! The car.
It's a lot, sir. It looked like they said, I guess they got an update. It's the OnlyFans suspends new policy change of blocking sexually explicit content. And they said, thank you to everyone for making your voices heard. We have secured assurances necessary to support our diverse creator community and have suspended the planned October 1st policy change. OnlyFans stands for inclusion, and we will continue to provide a home for all creators.
Wow, so they're not gonna block the porn. I mean, I kind of figured that. Cause okay, you know how much money they're gonna lose by doing that? And they know it because that just leaves for another website to open up and allow them to come over there. Mm-hmm. So why would OnlyFans block that when that was strictly what it was for? When another website is just going to take the idea, and not only are they going to take the idea, they're going to make millions off of it, and you can't sue them for it because you didn't drop the idea. They sat there in their office and thought about it. It was like, nah, we can't let it go. Like, I don't even think they even really wanted to even do that in the first place. And that's going to attract more people to it. Right, yeah, Dana?
If I could, you know, so many of these prostitutes was crying to their daddy. You know what I mean? You know, these people was up there writing all types of letters and all that. How can you do this to me? And please don't do that. You know, I support my family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, OnlyFans is a digital pimp. You know what I'm saying? Females need to understand, man, all that selling content and you are a prostitute. You know peep show is a prostitute too. You know what I mean? You're a stripper, you're a prostitute. You're using your body, showing your sacredness for money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's so sad because these children is being seduced into that. You know what I mean? And a lot of these young brothers is going to, you know, a lot of those little girls gonna get raped too.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna sit up there and try to be grown. You know what understand these little boys gonna be wanting to be grown and all eager and so head full of demons,
Right.
head full of drugs. You know, that's why, man, I understand why this work gotta be done. I understand the sacrifice that needs to be made, you know, that we all have to make. Because in our education, man, we trying to make sure our children is gonna step up to the plate.
Right.
Hey, we gotta make these young kids that's coming out of our house shine bright than ever before, because there's gonna be so many children that is going to be misled. Like, imagine a normal house, the mom is on the social media twerking. The mom is wearing whatever she wants. The dad and the mom not together because they selfish. And one of them couldn't sit up there and deal with the fact that they should keep the family together. Like, it's a lot of situations
Right.
that is abroad. And, you know, we definitely need to be looked at as serious. Like, we about to, y'all, a lot of lawyers, a lot of prostitutes is happy that they daddy, they pimp is not, you know what I mean, closing the door on them behind.
Right.
Right.
Now, that's correct. Now, let's read on.
Come, verse 9. That I may not seem as if I would terrify you by letters. Verse 10. For his letters say they are weighty and powerful.
We could drop that. This going into something else. Let's go to Leviticus 7:22.
Leviticus 7:22.
Yep.
The book of Leviticus chapter 7 verse 22. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, Ye shall eat no manner of fat of ox, or of sheep, or of goat.
What's the fat? Let's read on.
Come. Verse 24. And the fat of the beast that dieth of itself, and the fat of that which is torn with the beast, may be used in other use.
You could use it in other use, but you can't eat it. Read on.
Come. But ye shall in no wise eat of it.
But you shouldn't eat it. Read. The car.
So like I said, this is talking about the body fat, like
Let's read on. No, is it?
verse 24.
Mm-hmm.
And the fat of the beast that dieth of itself, verse 25. For whosoever eateth the fat of the beast, of which men offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord, even the soul that eateth it shall be cut off from his people.
Right.
Verse 26. Moreover, ye shall eat no manner of blood, was it be the fowl or the beast. And
So you shouldn't eat no blood.
in any of your dwellings.
So what does the fat talk about? The car?
Like, so is it talking about the excess body fat from animal?
What's excess body fat?
Like when you carving up a cow, you get to a point where you get a thick layer of body fat.
To me, that means more protein than that. I think I might want to eat that part.
I don't know.
You can't eat no fat of an ox, of a cattle, or whatever it name. Somebody online type in, what does it mean when it says the fat of these animals you can't eat? What is the fat talking about? There's a reason why I said blood afterwards.
The fact the parts of the animal that we're not supposed to consume. I know when we go to the start of the lamb, they say be very careful on how you grab the lamb or the goats because if you frighten them too much and they go and do the going to like shock. And then when you go to carve them up, blood starts to pour like everywhere, like throughout their bodies.
Okay, you on it. Okay, and the first statement was correct. And it is parts of the animal you can't eat, even if it's clean. So, what you gonna say?
The skin?
Nah, you can eat the skin. I eat the skin on chicken all the time. You take the skin off your chicken, especially down on that crown fried chicken. I love that skin. I love that crown fried chicken. So like your diet?
Like certain organs.
Mm.
I wouldn't eat lungs or you know what I mean.
That's what I'm talking about. Like the heart of it. Like
Well, brothers eat chicken gizzards all the time. That's the chicken's heart. That's why you eat fried.
no, okay. I think that the gizzard is the that little fat part under the chicken neck. The chicken gizzard. That's not it.
Chicken. This gizzard is chicken heart, if I'm not mistaken.
It's not heart. It's like an organ.
For real, I thought the gizzard was the. Let's look that up. I thought the gizzard was the little dangly thing. All right, but even that, like, okay, I'm trying not to give it to y'all.
I know, like, when they're saying, like a cow insides, I mean, good night. That's a lot. I don't think nobody should eat that.
Yeah, the gizzard, not the heart.
It's like, I think it's kind of like the liver. So I think it functions like the liver or the kidneys or something.
Just ball, but it looked like ball.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's the digestive tract. Yeah, other damn chicken. Yeah, it says the digestive tract of it, right? And then it show a picture. Yeah, it ain't the heart. Okay, I see.
Oh, it's close.
Yeah, I'm about to say chicken gizzards hearts. I ate that. Nah. Okay, it's definitely it's not the heart. It's definitely an organ, right? It's in a digestive. It's a part of the digestive organ. That's what a chicken gizzard is. But the fat of an animal is talking about the organs, meaning what? What organs is it talking about? Because it's a reason to mention blood afterwards. So that should tell y'all. Go ahead.
The heart and lungs.
Yeah, it's certain parts of an animal that no matter how you clean it or fry it, its blood still going to be in it. You can't eat that. There's other use for that. So the fat of an animal was talking about certain organs, and that goes back to part of what he was saying earlier, right? Where when you killing the sheep, you can't really scare it because when you scare it, the blood it creates tension, and the blood start to run through the flesh. Once the blood run through the flesh, you can't eat it because even if you skin it and chop the meat up, the blood is going to be in the meat. You can cook it all you want, it's still going to be blood in it. So that's why you can't even scare the goddamn sheep, because once you scare it, it goes stressed. And then when you kill it, the blood don't really come out. It goes into the flesh of the animal. So it's useless now. It's useless. And it's certain, the fat of the animal, which is talking about the organs, that just throw it away. I mean, just throw it away. You want to eat the heart? For what? Cook it all you want. You're going to slice it open and it's going to be bloody in there. It's still going to be blood. That's just what it is. So that's what the fat of an animal talking about, which is why I mentioned the blood. So the reason it's mentioned in the blood is because it's telling you why you can't eat the fat. So let's take it from the top.
All right. Leviticus chapter 7, verse 22. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, Ye eat no manner of fat of ox, or of sheep, or of goat.
Don't eat no manner of fat. Here's why. Read on.
And the fat of the beast that dieth of itself.
Even if the animal die of itself, you can't eat it. Eat the fat of it. Read.
And the fat of that which is torn with beasts.
So even if another animal ends up killing this animal, you can't eat the fat. Read.
May be used in any other use.
There's some other things you can use it for. Just don't eat it. Read.
But ye shall in no wise eat of it.
But don't eat of it. Read.
Verse 25. For whosoever eateth the fat of the beast, of which men offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord, even the soul that eateth it shall be cut off from his people.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 26. Moreover, ye shall eat no manner of blood.
Right. Moreover, meaning what? The car.
Basically, don't. It all sums up like don't eat. Don't consume blood.
Right. What does moreover mean, though?
Moreover, it's like a conclusion. Right? It's something like that.
Let's look it up.
Moreover, in addition to what had been said,
Nope. Moreover.
Besides.
Right. Right. Or a further matter, or besides. So the reason not eat the fat, because a further matter to not eat the fat, which moreover means a further matter, meaning here's another reason to not eat the fat. So read on. Read after from the beginning of the blood.
Moreover, ye shall eat no manner of blood.
So a further reason to not eat the fat, you shouldn't eat no manner of blood. You shouldn't eat no manner of blood. Which is why I went to this restaurant, forgot the name of it. And I ain't gonna lie, it was the best restaurant I've been to. They bring you out steak on like the little stick thing, all types of steak and beef that you can name, from expensive to the cheapest. They bring it out, and it was so good. It's a lot, yeah. It's Shima's. That's what it's called, Shima's. Mm-hmm. You been there before?
Yeah, I've been to Shima's. Fogo de Chao better.
What it's called?
Fogo de Chao.
Oh, you gotta give me that name. That's better than Shima's. I gotta check that out. Shima's was what? All the little different steaks and everything they bring you out. Then they got the different layers. They got the rare, medium rare, the medium well and well done.
Esau.
Yeah, they got the Esau, Jacob. So when you look at it, it all looks cooked though. So it all looks cooked. I think I ordered medium rare or something. I was like, he was like, which one you want? I was like, let me try medium rare. And he went to cut it. As he went to cut it, you could see, and the layers start to peel off, you can see the blood. I'm like, nah. Let me get the one before that. He cut it, then it was cool. And I'm like, damn, this all look cooked. Like, why in the hell is that thing still bleeding? I'm sitting there like, yo, that's crazy. That you can't eat. It look cooked, but that thing still got some blood in it. Go ahead.
If I could, it's a science behind it. Like, and
oh yeah, you a chef, so you know.
Yeah, it's unsanitary. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It's not good. That's what you said.
You know what else they do with temperatures? Pork chops.
Mm-hmm.
The good cut pork chops, what they consider good, they actually can go medium. I said, I remember I lied to you not. The white dude looked at me like, yeah, they want. I'm like, yo, you know how much bacteria is in a pig? They no sound crazy now. You know what I mean? They want to kill themselves. So
right, so do it. Yeah, so it was certain layers to it that, like, I was scared to be like, yo, let me see the first layer. Scared to see what that looked like. That damn cow would have started moving if he had cut into it. I'm like, damn, if the medium rare looked like that, I can imagine what the rare looked like. Thing probably still cold in the middle. I'm looking like, you can't eat that. You cannot eat that. So moreover, why you can't eat the fat is because of the blood that's in it. You cannot eat the blood. Which means even if it's a lawful animal, you cannot order your steak rare. If you order your steak and you press down on it, if oil come out of it, you good. You press down on it and blood come out of it, you cannot eat it. You cannot eat it. Why is that? Why even a lawful animal? If you order a steak and it's blood still, it's a little bit of blood still coming out of it when you press it. Why can't you eat it? Okay.
Oh, the Lord said, don't consume the blood.
Precept.
See it right here.
But okay, it's another precept that tells you straightforward why you shouldn't consume the blood. Leviticus 17 and 11.
Book of Leviticus chapter 17, verse 11. For the life of the flesh is in the blood.
For the life of the flesh is in the blood. The flesh is alive because of the blood. Read.
And I have given it to you upon the altar to make an atonement for your souls. For it is the blood that maketh an atonement for the soul. Verse 12. Therefore I said unto the children of Israel, no soul of you shall eat blood.
You shouldn't eat blood because the life of flesh is in the blood. So, lawful or whatever, you cannot eat no type of blood because the life is in it. So, it's a lawful animal and it's still got a little blood running in it. Don't eat it. That's the life of that animal in it. You wouldn't you wouldn't eat it if it's alive. So don't eat it if it's dead. Don't eat that blood. The blood should be completely out of it. That's why. Read on.
Therefore I said unto the children of Israel, no soul of you shall eat blood, neither shall any stranger that sojourneth among you eat blood.
Don't even let the strangers that live among you eat blood. All right, let's go back to the last scripture. Finish that off before we clip it.
Verse 26, in the book of Leviticus, chapter 7, verse 26. Moreover, ye shall eat no manner of blood, whether it be of fowl or of beast, in any of your dwellings. Verse 27. Whatsoever soul it be that eateth any manner of blood, even that soul shall be cut off from his people.
Yeah. Whatsoever soul eat any manner of blood, like any manner, meaning I don't care where it come from. Meaning like actually eat it. It's not meaning you get a cut or something and you go like, it's not. That's not what it's talking about. It means you sitting there eating a dish and you eating the goddamn animal and it's still blood in the flesh. You got to be cut off for that. You shouldn't be eating that blood. You got to cook that till that blood runs out of it.
Right.
Read on. Is there any more?
No, sir.
That was it. All right. Is there any questions online?
No, sir.
No questions online. Any questions in the room?
No, sir.
All right. With that, pass the class over to Priest and Officer Dakar.